The battle between the PGA Tour and the Saudi-funded Rebel League has been heating up in the last few days. They've been exchanging blows back and forth. The latest blow came from the PGA Tour as it has denied requests for players to participate in the LIV Golf Invitational Series. Let's try to answer some questions about this war between the PGA and the Greg Norman-led Rebel League. First, PGA denies players' requests. The PGA Tour has repeatedly stated that any player taking part in the LIV Golf Tournament will be subject to punishment, including heavy fines, suspensions, and even lifetime bans. Players who wanted to participate in the Saudi-funded Rebel League sought the approval of the PGA Tour through the official channel by submitting release requests. In response, the Tour released a memo to its members and denied authorization for the tournament set to take place in June. Despite the hardline stance of the PGA, this move came as a surprise because players were expecting authorization before the PGA denied it at a later date when LIV Golf announced plans to hold another event in North America. That does not mean that Tour members can't take part in the event. Of course, the only catch is that the members of the PGA Tour open themselves to potential discipline, which could include heavy fines and even lifetime bans. Under their official contracts with the PGA, the players are allowed to 3 conflicting event releases, but they can be denied releases if they violate the contractual commitments with a tournament sponsor. Next, we have LIV Golf's response. LIV Golf, led by the former world #1 golfer Greg Norman, released a statement in response to the PGA Tour. It stated that the Tour was intent on denying professional golfers their right to play golf. The Saudi-financed Rebel League plans to challenge the monopoly golf has on its professional players by creating another tour that offers players the chance to compete in different tournaments. Norman blasted the PGA by calling them anti-golfer, anti-fan, and anti-competitive. Despite the setback, though, it seems that Norman is confident in the potential of LIV Golf. He said that the Rebel League won't be stopped and will continue to give players the options that promote the great game of golf globally. This might not be an empty threat because if his words are to be believed, more than 170 professional golfers have already signed up for the inaugural tournament. That includes 6 of the top 50, 19 of the top 100, and 36 of the top 150 players in the world currently. So why would the PGA deny releases? There are many reasons behind this decision. The PGA Tour's enjoyed unrivaled support as the sole tour for professional golfers, and now that their monopoly is being challenged, they're not comfortable sharing the profits. Oh, but don't believe for one second that the guys in the Rebel League are any better than the PGA Tour. This newfound league's potentially an attempt by the Saudi regime to sports wash their human rights violations and is backed by the Saudi Public Investment Fund. Others believe that the PGA is resigned to losing a chunk of its investment, but the sticking point for them is LIV's involvement in North America. That could be a possibility because while the first LIV Golf event takes place next month in London, the second one is set for July 1st to 3rd in Oregon. There's fear among the PGA Tour hierarchy that the LIV Golf may become all-encompassing. And again, it's a valid fear because as per Norman, they've got billions of dollars worth of backing to host many more events in the coming years. Who is playing the LIV Golf Invitational? The tournament has already received 170 entries, which includes a handful of amateur players who negotiated deals with the tournament to earn a paycheck. They're not the only ones participating, though, as some of golf's biggest names have also signed up. This includes the likes of Phil Mickelson, Sergio Garcia, and Lee Westwood, the openly announced names participating in the LIV Golf Invitational starting next month. The dates of this tournament clash directly with one of golf's oldest tournaments, the RBC Canadian Open. As for the PGA Tour, the good news for now is that none of the top 10 golfers in the world have expressed any desire or interest to participate. They'll be hoping that this number remains the same, but there's a good chance that it'll increase, especially if there's leniency on the part of the PGA Tour and they fail to impose strict bans or fines on the players who do not participate. Next, LIV Golf Invitational, dates and purse. The LIV Golf Invitational, as mentioned above, will be held in London, England from the 9th of June until the 11th of June. It'll be a 54-hole with no cut and will employ a shotgun start for the first 2 rounds. You can also stream the event live on YouTube as well as the official website of LIV Golf. This was announced in a bid to ensure that the tournament appeals to a younger audience and also involves a factor of not being able to secure many TV channels willing to broadcast the controversial tournament. Despite all the controversies and the hiccups in its build-up, the LIV Golf Invitational Series isn't going to be cheap. According to some sources, the purse of the tournament will be around $25 million. just like the next 6 events of LIV Golf. The winner of each tournament will be given a sizable $4 million, and last place participants will receive around $120,000. Players have other chances of earning through the event, too. Some will receive appearance fees, and the tournament's top teams will have the chance to receive a staggering $5 million. Now, in other related news, Jack Nicklaus reveals details on $100 million offer. The 18-time major and 73-time PGA Tour winner, Jack Nicklaus reveals that he was repeatedly offered in excess of $100 million to be the face of the LIV Golf Invitational Series. He explained how he rejected the chance to do so and says that the role offered to him was more or less the same as the one that Greg Norman is leading now. However, this development shows that Norman wasn't the first priority for the Saudis, and they turned to him after Nicklaus rejected them. Nicklaus's loyalty is admirable but expected too. He helped in the formation of the PGA, and it comes as no surprise that he'd have opposed a possible formation of a rebel league. However, that didn't stop the Saudis from approaching him, at least twice, as he rejected their advances, once verbally and a second time in black and white. The legendary golfer also spoke out in favor of Phil Mickelson, who's been in the line of fire mostly because of his own explosive comments about the Saudi-backed league. Nicklaus advised Mickelson to stay patient and added that the world's a forgiving place. Mickelson should make up his mind and do what he wants to do. PGA of America CEO, LIV Golf isn't good for the game. It's been around a year now since the concept of LIV Golf first came to the fore of mainstream media. The likes of Seth Waugh and other senior members of the PGA have maintained their stance of opposing the LIV Golf concept, and Waugh elaborated how the LIV Golf's league structure is somewhat flawed. Waugh's not sure how the event grows and what it'll be like in the year to come, but he feels that it's not good for golf's current ecosystem. There's a set of rules that have been established by the PGA, and the players are used to them. Waugh believes that those laws should be followed, and how the new Rebel League isn't good for the game of golf. It's an expected response from the PGA of America CEO, but their stance would surely change if more and more top players are tempted to switch their allegiance and join the Saudi-funded Rebel League instead. It's a slippery slope, and remains to be seen how the PGA will protect its monopoly over golf. Alex Fitzpatrick turns down $2 million. Alex Fitzpatrick, the younger Fitzpatrick brother and one of the world's best amateurs, has rejected the opportunity to join the LIV Golf over the next 2 years. This means that he's put aside the chance to earn a surefire $2.25 million in guaranteed prize money from the Saudi-funded Rebel League. His older brother, Matt Fitzpatrick, the 25th world-ranked golfer, was proud of his brother's decision and explained how it was a hell of a dilemma. Of course, you get the opportunity to make millions of dollars guaranteed in the next few years. Turning it down takes a lot of determination. We're glad Alex didn't take the offer because, with the PGA Tour, he's got the opportunity to not only earn big, considering he's got the talent, but also win big accolades and awards in the coming years once he turns pro. Alex didn't participate in the Saudi events even when they were on the European Tour, and wants to set a good example for others to follow. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think the PGA Tour should allow its members to take part in the LIV Golf Invitational Series? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.